Okay, we're going to do a little demo on programming the RT30EX. So when you normally start up the unit, this is the home screen. When you power the unit up, this is the home screen. You press the down button. The first screen you should see is the rate screen. What we want to do is press and hold the enter button, and it'll go into the programming mode. It says rate our total scaling, and we're gonna say yes. And right here, we're gonna put in the K factor. So we can use this bottom left button to move the cursor. The cursor will move to left or right, and then it'll loop back around. So we can start changing this number, this 1 to 2. We press the up button or the down button, and it'll loop around. By default, it comes from the factory at 1. Then you hit the decimal point, and you can move where the decimal point is with these up or down buttons. And then you can hit the bottom left select button to move through to change what digit on the display you're programming. Once you're done, you press enter, and it'll take you to the next screen. And here's where you select the units that you want the rate to display in. So it can be gallons, liters, cc's, barrels, milliliters, cubic meters, ounces, pulses, which we're back to gallons. Then we go down to the time scale, and then we hit minutes, hours, days, seconds, and back to minutes. So we want gallons a minute in this simple example. We hit enter, then it asks you what units you want the total to display in, gallons, liters, cc's. It gives you these same options again. We're going to leave that at gallons. Then it goes to the analog program, and it asks us how we want to set the 4 milliamps out. We're going to just go through that real quick. We don't want to hit fixed, so we hit the down button. Nope. 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 Select the analog source. We want it to be the rate. So we want the rate to be what the analog is displaying. So you click through that, it's rate, total, grand total, or fixed output. So we want rate here. So we hit enter, and it takes us to the screen that says, how many GPMs do we want 4 milliamps to equal? We're in the GPM range right now. We can move over the same way we did in the K-factor programming. We hit enter if we're happy at 0 GPM equals 4 milliamps. We can change the 4 milliamps to 0 milliamps if you want, or whatever 0 factor on the milliamps you want that to be as well. So we're gonna stay here, leave 4 milliamps alone. Takes us to the 20 milliamp, and it gives us the same thing. This default is 6,000 GPM as 20 milliamps, and that needs to be changed to whatever is appropriate for your pump or your control valve or whatever. So we're just gonna toggle through this and assume that's what we want. The limits programming, we're not using the limit switch on this device right now. The gate time program, I'm just gonna go through that quickly. I will hit yes. Gate time's default is set at 1 second. I typically like to change that to at least 3 seconds. If you're using a control valve, it probably matters less. If you have a meter exactly on the downstream of a pump, it matters more, and this number becomes more important. I'll just change this to 3 and hit OK. Now here's where we see the linearizing program.